Welcome to the Intel Extreme Masters WCS Winter Championship Qualifier. Ladies and gentlemen, spawning in the top left position, representing Karnage eSports, it's Namshar. His opponent spawning in the bottom right position, representing Team Liquid, making a comeback to StarCraft 2 from Heroes of the Storm. It's VortiX. And well, VortiX, significantly earlier pool than Namshar here, is going to be going for that hatch first. So VortiX will have the option of being just a little bit more aggressive at the start of the game. Neither side sending drone scouts out, so these overlords are going to take their sweet time in finding out what's going on here. VortiX wasting absolutely no time at all. Still no pool coming down here for Namshar. Going to be going gas first and then pool. So the pool for VortiX is basically going to be done, just about done, by the time this one starts for Namshar. And, well, instant speed coming out as well, and we have two workers on gas. I wonder if this is going to go straight into a baneling nest for him as well. The first lings are on the way. VortiX wants to get this game over with very, very quickly indeed. We'll see if he's able to do that. And is he going to evade capture as far as the vision of Namshar is concerned as well, coming out of the middle of the map? No, the lings are just going to be running straight into the vision here. So VortiX does not attempt to hide anything. Namshar is going to know exactly what is going on here. Now, there's no natural expansion coming out here for VortiX, by the way. Do we have a baneling nest going down? We do have a baneling nest going down. We also have a defensive baneling nest going down for Namshar as well, so this is going to get very ZVZ knife fighty. Now, the natural expansion has completed for Namshar. At the basically, at the minimum, VortiX has to kill off a lot of drones or the natural expansion here, but it's going to be very difficult with lings already inside the main base and doing a good job of holding them off. VortiX at the moment not looking like he's in position to capitalize on this, because behind this, don't forget, he only has the one base. He's going to try and come back, by the way, by taking the gold here. So I think this is VortiX saying, okay, hang on a second, it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to end the game with this push. I need to be very careful and keep finding damage where I can, but otherwise I need to make sure I have a backup plan, and my backup plan is going to be the gold base, and I really like that actually coming out from him. Defensive banelings coming out now from Namshar. VortiX sees this and he goes, hang on a second, my time attacking this main base might well be over. Ooh, offensive baneling of his own though, driving the lings away, and actually driving them away quickly enough to go ahead and kill off a queen. That was really, really well done by VortiX there. Moving around once again the main base. There are two, oh man, two banelings get into the mineral line, kill off a number of workers, 7 in total now. And the worker count is currently 15 to 11 in VortiX's favor. And even though this hatchery has been up, the hatchery is also about to go up for VortiX at the gold base as well. So he's going to be able to transfer drones there and be nice and comfortable. And I think that's what he plans on doing. He's not looking to end the game right now. He wants to take an economic advantage into the mid-game. And I think after seeing the baneling nest get put down, the defensive banelings come out for Namshar, I think VortiX is going to be really happy with that. He killed a couple of queens. He got his own gold base up. And he's basically backing out while he can. He could technically have rushed in and gone double or nothing, but a couple of lucky baneling hits basically would have brought Namshar straight back into the game. So the way VortiX kind of thought about that situation is, well, I could be ahead, or I could run the risk of falling behind again. And he decided not to do that. He's just happy with an advantage right now, and as long as the gold base can stay up, he'll be okay. Single Zergling going to be going in for a re-scout and not quite getting a work kill there as well. And VortiX right now is trying to capitalize on his advantage by sneaking away that mineral income. At the moment, it's more or less neck and neck. But VortiX is going to be able to get more drones here at the gold. And Namshar, in the short term at least, is looking like he might be in deficit. Look, the worker difference is, well, it's 4 or 5 in Namshar's favor right now, but of course the income is the same, mainly because of that gold base disparity. VortiX coming in for round number 2 as far as harassment is concerned. And he's, I think he's just camping out underneath the Overlord to sort of let Namshar know where he is and say, look, mate, you're not going to be able to sort of sit back and relax. I'm going to go here and try and take that map control, and that, to be honest, works in VortiX's favor right now. And it works in his favor just because he has additional income. Let's see what it looks like now, because they're more or less equal in the income right now. VortiX is mining more gas, and he's mining more minerals. Admittedly, not by a huge margin. but he is doing reasonably well enough. Another scout goes in, spots the roach war, and the timing on that is almost identical for both players. And wow, VortiX, okay, he's doubling up here, and he's saying, I'm going to squeeze an eco advantage even further by going for a second gold base here. And that hasn't been scouted by Namshar at the moment. He doesn't have an overload over there. He just knows that the natural expansion is basically a gold base. So he's really trying to ramp up the economic pressure. And it'll be interesting to see how much he's able to do that. He has to buy himself a little bit of time, though, because he's 8 drones behind right now, because he has made a round of roaches. So in order to protect this gold, he's basically making units sooner than Namshar is. And if he's doing that, that means he's in a position where he needs to constantly make sure he doesn't quite have as many drones. Very nice pick off of the drone there, trying to get the third base down at the gold for Namshar, but VortiX successfully stopping it. He spots another drone. Is he going to get it? Yes, he is. Very nice. And continuously delaying the third base here while VortiX gets his own second gold up, and that's actually going to be completing right about now. So I have to say, I like the way VortiX is playing this game so far. +1 attack is now coming up from Namshar, but that advantage, as far as the upgrades are concerned, not really going to kick in for quite a while, and VortiX has a good number of roaches on the field. I mean, it's 18 for him right now versus 5 for Namshar. So Namshar not able to do anything in the short term. He has got some Ravagers, though, so, you know, you can get Dream Corrosive Bile hits, I suppose. But this could potentially push him back. And if this pushes him back and forces him to stop the gold base again, that's going to really suck. Bunch of roaches and more Ravagers. Are we going to see some stutter steps forward? No, actually, the Ravager shots are hitting. But there aren't that many roaches to actually buffer in front. And now we have VortiX coming in with Banelings of his own. That's a lot of Banelings coming down. And they successfully demolish the couple of units that are down there. VortiX moving in. He wants to kill off all the queens here, actually. And if he gets the Ravagers as well and continuously trades, he might be in a really good position. Still only 35 to 40 drones, so not exactly high eco here. But Namshar slowly seeing his forces being whittled away. And we might not actually need that income disparity right now. You can see VortiX now solidly ahead in the income, using the 2 gold bases to great effect on Prion Terraces. Just a couple of links here to keep the gold occupied in the meantime. And it looks like Namshar is going to have great difficulty holding this off. I think this might actually be game. VortiX has taken the drone lead. The army supply is higher for VortiX, and he has got more units inside the natural expansion. And this is why it might be game, because he's able to pick off the gold on the way out. And I think that's so important. Whoa. He needs to pick up the gold on the way out. I mean, if this army dies and the gold survives, that's going to suck for VortiX. But he is going to make sure that he's able to pick that off. He just needs a couple more pot shots. There we go. In fact, he's going to try and surround these roaches and kill them off as well. He doesn't want the broodlings from this hatchery to basically detract from this. The problem is he's allowing a queen to get out now. The queen doesn't have enough energy for a transfuse at the moment. There we go. Last couple of shots. Hero Roach staying behind while the rest of his team goes out. He's one of the expendables and will be able to sort that out, which means we're on 2 bases versus 1, 2.5, 4 bases, if you count each gold as 1.5. And VortiX is in an excellent position. 103 supply versus 87 right now. So all is well and good so far in game number 1 for our team Liquid player, recently making the transition back from Heroes of the Storm to StarCraft. Oh, and we have a couple of links coming in from behind to see if we can wrap around there, but actually VortiX deciding he doesn't want to take that fight just yet. Good number of Overlords will be able to watch the action from above. That's not going to help too much, though. And Defender's Advantage means that a lot of Speedlings are going to be able to pop out and surround and try and prevent Namshar from getting away here, as VortiX now decides on a counterattack of his own. The Zerglings do die, though, and as a result, VortiX doesn't want to be messing around too much in the middle of the map. He's going to back off. Now, 1-1 attack is complete for both players, and we actually have +2, ever so slightly faster for our Team Liquid player here in the bottom right of the map. He's taking his 4th base. Still only 2 bases is Namshar on 100 supply. It would take a minor miracle for him to be able to... ooh, very nice. Picks off 2 Overlords there. For him to be able to win this particular engagement. Just because VortiX... I mean, the army supplies are similar, guys, but VortiX can resupply that much faster. It's just not possible for Namshar at the moment to go in and do devastating amounts of damage. And that's really what he needs to do right now. The longer this game goes on, the more Vortex is going to be able to resupply and get even higher in supply. He's at 103 army supply now. The army supplies were almost even a minute ago, and now Vortex is leading that army supply by about 20. And I love these Lings as well, picking off a couple of the units from the reinforcements, forcing Namshar further behind. But guess what? He's still only on 2 bases. He even has a Zergling here coming back into scout. Won't get to see too much, though. And another engagement out in the middle of the map. I wouldn't be surprised if Vortex just goes YOLO on this and said, look, I'm going to trade this army once, I'm then going to remax and you're not going to be able to. And that's a reasonable assumption there. Picking off all of the Ravagers there. It's roach on roach right now, but look at the numbers. I mean, Vortex is overwhelming at this point, and GG is called. Liquid Vortex wins game number 1. He is now 1 game away from going to a best-of-5 decider, which propels him into the WCS Winter Championships.